Hello, hello, wonderful Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is going to be your reading for December. So, I will be checking what is that you will be working on, the water signs in the month of December, and what are those things, themes that are coming up. I hope that you had a good November. It was hard on many of us, including myself. I also wanted to say that if you have sun, moon, or rising in any of these water signs, then this reading might be relevant for you. All right, so I will pull some tarot cards and let's see what is coming up for December 2022. So, December 2022, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, December. Cancer, okay. So, we have the Three of Wands, we have the Five of Cups that is reversed. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Knight of Swords that is reversed. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Four of Wands as well. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so there's a lot of fire energy here for you, water signs, in December. So what I see here with the Page of Cups is there's a little bit of a need to get in touch with your emotions. And you being a water sign, probably in the past period, there have been loads of things that happened, loads of energies, very intense energies that humanity and the collective has been through in the past 2 months, and especially in November, because we had this eclipse season that was bringing up a lot of things. I don't know a single person that wasn't going through a very difficult time in November. So everyone is dealing with loads of emotions. And what I see with for you, like water signs, is that there's a lot of overwhelm. Like there's a lot of emotional overwhelm. You don't know where to put those emotions, how to handle them. You are super sensitive being a water sign. You are very empathetic as well, very compassionate. And there's a lot of energy that is coming from all different directions. And there's like family stuff that is coming up. And then the collective as well is feeling the way we are feeling. And then also your personal issues, your personal adversities and everything and traumas and all these things are coming up from the shadows. So there's a lot of shadow that is surfacing at this time. And probably for many of you, November was a very hard period because of that, very overwhelming. And now you are a little bit pushing aside your emotions, and because it's super overwhelming, there's a tendency not to get aligned with those emotions. So what this reading is saying and what is the underlying energy is that there's a need to connect to that emotional body, to that inner child as well. Whenever I see the Page of Cups, that is Pisces energy, and that is always indicating that innocent inner child energy that is wanting to grab your attention and wanting to look at her or him and to give that nurturing energy to him, not to push the voice of the inner child aside, but to listen to it. Okay, so this is happening on an internal level, and you need to get in touch with those emotions because there's a lot of inner conflict that I see here with the Five of Wands. There's inner conflict, there's competition as well, and there's this feeling of I'm losing this battle. I need to retreat temporarily, and many of you might be feeling like I need to retreat because whatever is going on right now is just too much for me. It is a lot for my nervous system and I don't know how to handle it. So what I see is that many of you are a little bit like taking a step back, and there's a lot to be processed after an upheaval and upheavals and multiple upheavals probably that happened in the past few months. There's a need for processing lots of losses, but I also feel like there's a lot of hope here. And with the Knight of Swords, there's a little bit of an energy of I need to take action now, and I don't know how because I don't have the strength now to take action. I need to retreat because my nervous system is all over the place. But there's like anger as well because I'm unable to move forward, or I'm unable to make a decision, or I'm unable to handle this inner conflict. And I might I might compromise certain things, or I might just want to be left alone, but I don't know how to communicate with others. The fact that I want to be left alone. So, what Spirit is saying here is that leave yourself a little bit alone, or give yourself a little bit of a nurturing energy and space in order to process certain things that happened, because there was a lot of healing that was taking place, and your nervous system is like, this is a little bit too much. I need to rest. And the Five of Cups is indicating that there's a paradoxical situation here when you feel like you're losing everything and you're losing control. And exactly that moment when you feel the most vulnerable with those that are around you, and you feel like you are the most sensitive when it comes to other people and you don't know how to handle things, that is the moment when you let go of the resistance, and that is when the healing is taking place. That is when your consciousness is getting to a higher level, and you are evolving spiritually as well in that moment. So really, that moment when you feel like I lost control, I have hit rock bottom and there's no hope, exactly is that moment when hope is returning. So that is a paradoxical situation with that Five of Cups. And I feel like many of you have reached that point already last month, when you feel like, okay, there's no hope now. But then exactly that moment is the moment when you get back your strength, that personal power to move on and to move forward. And this is also talking about some hopeful expectations, that even though you know that you are going through a difficult period, and you have been through a difficult period, like maybe some dramatic situations as well for some of you, when you felt like everything is just falling apart, you still know, like internally, you know that there's hope, you know that there's a better tomorrow. And that is beautiful because you're not losing that hope. But it's important for you to listen to your emotions. And now, for many of you, I feel like your emotions are telling you to take a step back and to rest a little bit, because your nervous system is needing that rest. So rest is needed definitely before you are making a decision and before you can move forward. So yeah, give yourself a little bit of rest in December, and especially with Christmas and everything and the holidays coming. There's a lot that is going on a global level, and that has been super hard on your nervous system. So don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so there's a little bit of overwhelm, I feel like, and a little bit of burnout as well. And with the Sun reversed, you might be feeling like there's no instant gratification, things are not happening very fast. You would like them to move. You would like this momentum, but it's not happening yet. And that is because the only thing that you can do now is to let go and then to rest. Okay, and the Knight of Cups is also this energy of not getting aligned with your emotions. So there's a little bit of misalignment with your emotions, with your emotional body as well, with how you feel. There's a bit of confusion about how you feel as well. And maybe the old enthusiasm that you had in regards to certain things is fading a little bit, because the Knight of Cups is always this energy of romance. So for some of you, there's a little bit of fading of romance as well. This is how you feel, but Spirit is saying that this is temporary. And instead of working hard and pushing, because the Eight of Pentacles sometimes is that energy of, I need to do this, I need to do this, no one is helping me, I need to handle this by myself. So instead of that, just let go. Let go of the expectations and unrealistic expectations towards yourself. Okay, because the expectations that you're having towards yourself are manifesting with others as well. So others might be feeling around you that you're having unrealistic expectations with them. So take a step back and let those people rest as well, because you and others around you are needing this little break. Yeah, for some of you, there's heartbreak that is being processed due to some conflict that happened, and that is causing you anxiety as well. So because of your nervous system being overwhelmed through certain things, certain conflicts and losses and heartbreaks, for some of you, certain things might have happened recently, that were very conflicting energies, and that were causing you anxiety, nightmares, maybe sleepless nights as well. For others of you, there's this energy from the past, like an old cycle that is coming up now, and it's getting repeated because you need to respond to it differently. So yeah, definitely what I'm picking up on is that the nervous system is being overwhelmed. And when this happens, there's no clarity how to move forward and how to make a decision. So it's extremely important for you now to rest. That is your first thing that you have to do. Okay, also what I feel here is like for many of you, the environment, your immediate environment is a little bit conflicting as well. And people around you, because the Three of Pentacles is always this energy of teamwork, of support, but sometimes that support can be super overwhelming as well. So what I feel here is that your immediate environment is very, very heavy as well. Like the energies in your immediate environment are super heavy. And maybe pay attention to people around you, how they are making you feel. So through other people, it's a great opportunity for you to get in touch with your own emotions by paying attention to others, how they are making you feel. Okay? Because I feel like you are carrying a lot of responsibility here in regards to your families, for some of you, others in regards to your jobs. This can talk about job as well, and family. So definitely something that is related to our environment that is getting very heavy. And it's time for you to put down those burdens. Also, if you need to ask for help and you need to ask other people to take over a little bit, then don't be afraid to do that. Because there's a lot that you're carrying, okay? You need to rest. You need to give your nervous system a break. Yeah. There's this energy of being left out in the cold a bit. And that is because you are leaving yourself out in the cold. So you are not being gentle with yourself, and that is why you feel like your environment is doing that to you. And with that Hierophant, and I got that for the previous reading that I did for the fire signs as well, that there are certain traditional expectations and societal expectations that we want to live up to, but those expectations are just too heavy on us and they are unrealistic when it comes to us. And that is why, like, no matter how much we want to move forward and how much we are working with the Seven of Pentacles as well, we feel like those things are not bringing results. Okay, so Spirit is urging you to take a break, because for some of you there's already like physical symptoms, like your body is trying to tell you to take a break because you are overwhelmed. So listen to your body and listen to your emotions. That is very important in December. Yeah, there's an urge in you that you want to do things. You don't want to take a step back because you feel like you have to take action. You need to take a step back. That is the only way forward. Okay, Queen of Cups, that is Scorpio energy. So Scorpio has this tendency to sometimes overanalyze things a little bit, because the nervous system of a water sign is like primarily focused on emotions and then sensitivity to energies. And when there's a lot of overwhelm in the air, you just don't know how to handle those things, because it's almost like you're receiving multiple punches from different directions, but you don't know where those things are coming from. So for many of you, it's just your immediate environment. For others of you, it's like a combination of your environment, the collective energies, your inner world, your inner child that wants to connect to you. So it's just too much happening. And I feel like in December, you will be returning home to yourself in that sense, because there's a moving away from those old energies and there's a moving away from things that didn't work in the past. So there's like a returning home to yourself. And again, like this energy of the Queen of Cups reverse is saying that you need to connect to your emotions, because you do have a tendency now to just push them aside and to work, to push forward. Yeah, water signs, you need to rest. Let's see what else we are getting here. So, water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, December, Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So yeah, for many of you, there's a deep healing of your ancestral trauma, what I'm picking up on here. And then there's this indigenous help in a sense. Maybe your ancestors as well are helping you. So your spiritual ancestors, like in a spirit world. Oh my God, I can't find the words. So I feel like you are receiving a lot of information from your guides as well and ancestors, because there's a deep healing of the ancestral trauma that is taking place. And that is super hard also on your nervous system. Okay, so in a sense, with that 10 of Wands, you're carrying the burdens of your ancestral lineage as well. And that is being manifested now in your life as well. You're carrying responsibilities because you are the one that is breaking this ancestral pattern and ancestral trauma. Everything that you're working on now is for the healing of these patterns and your ancestral lineage, and then for the future generations as well. And that is super overwhelming. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, December. And that is why you need to rest. There's no other way around. You need to rest. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Yeah, so like again, like getting in touch with your emotions, because your emotions are telling you that what is the way forward, or your inner compass. So do not push aside those emotions, but connect to those emotions in a sense that in an intimate way. So connecting to your inner child in an intimate way, because there are certain things that your instincts are trying to tell you, that your emotions are trying to grab your attention, and then you're pushing them aside because it's too overwhelming. But the thing is, if you just take a little bit of step back from your environment and from people that are super overwhelming for you as well, then you will be able to connect to that instinct, that inner guidance in a sense, and you will be able to connect to your guides as well. So there are multiple things that are happening, and they are overwhelming. Yeah, that is the right word. You are overwhelmed. And what also spirit is saying here is that for some of you, there are animals, and you might be receiving messages through animals, or there's a need for you to connect to that animal within you as well. But for that, you need to pay attention to how you feel, because that is the way forward. Also, there's a lot of wisdom that you are downloading now, and this is what I see with the owl and then the raven as well. There are certain messages that are coming in that you have to be able to receive, but you can only receive them when you connect to yourself, and then you take a step back from your external world. And I know that it's easier said than done, because if you have a job that is requiring a lot of your attention now and a lot of work, and now towards the end of the year, things are really moving very fast before we slow down a little bit. So it's hard, but do not overwhelm yourself, and just take down some responsibilities, because you're carrying a lot. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. And this is saying that you have this power within you, but in order to connect to that power, you need to connect to yourself. There's some solar plexus energy here as well, of that personal power. This is how I feel. And then again, I'm getting this indigenous vibe, and the vibe of your ancestors that are super supported at this time by your ancestors and by your future self as well. But yeah, I'm getting very strong ancestral vibes here, and maybe some guides as well, some animal guides, but then also some guides, like indigenous guides from your lineage. Also, this card is saying that you need to connect to that magic within you, because you are a great manifester, and you might have forgotten that in the past period, whatever happened with you, for some of you, because of the upheavals that you have experienced. And you need to connect to yourself, and to connect to your personal power, and to understand that you're capable. Okay, so what I'm getting is that many of you have felt like you have been losing yourself in the past period, and now there's a need to connect to that magic within, because you're a magician and you're a great manifester, and whatever you're experiencing is teaching you that self-confidence. And there's a new level and a breakthrough that you're experiencing now, and then your ancestors are helping you with that. Dream and journey. So maybe for some of you, it would be great if you listen to drums, like music, meditation music with drums as well, because that is carrying a lot of energy. I'm telling you, I'm getting a lot of vibes from your ancestors. And it's very important for you also to visualize things. So connecting to yourself through meditation while listening to drums. This is what I'm getting here. So like journeying to spiritual realms. And I'm getting very strong shamanic energy here as well with all these cards. So it's almost like your inner shaman is getting revealed. There's a connection here with your past self and the knowledge that is within you and in your cells and the genetic code. So there's a revealing of some information through what is happening now with you. Okay, let me put it like that. You have been experiencing a deep healing in the past period that was very hard on your nervous system, but that is because, as I said, you're healing the past generations and the future generations as well. So there's an ancestral healing that is taking place. But what I'm feeling is that you are connecting now to future versions of yourself, like shamanic versions of yourself, and then past versions as well. So there's this multidimensional connection here that is taking place and that is helping you with healing. Because of that, you need to journey within. And I would definitely do meditation with drums. And I think I'm going to do that as well because I'm a water sign. So definitely this message is for me as well. And I feel like there's a lot of information that will get revealed to you through that. I'm getting very, very strong shamanic energies here and guidance as well and downloads. Okay, so water signs, December. Transitions. You have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. So I'm telling you, there's some healing here. And again, I'm getting ancestral help with that old lady. Okay, so this is a transitional period, but then it is hard on you. It's tough. But you have all the tools and now you are equipped and then you are also being helped. So you need to understand that you have all the resources in December and you can do that. Whatever transition you are going through, you can do that. Radical honesty, and we have melting mask. So allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. And then we have to believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. So it's almost like a peeling off of the old layers of yourself and then getting in touch with what you truly are. And there's a part of yourself that wants to get revealed to you through your dreams, through your environment as well, and it's teaching you a lesson to focus more on yourself. Okay, so definitely like December is about journeying inward and not ignoring the environment. This is not what I'm saying, but just focusing more on yourself. Okay, and getting in touch with your emotions because there's something here that wants to be revealed. And it's also important for you to be very authentic with people and then to set boundaries if needed. As I said, if you need time for yourself to connect to yourself, then you just need to do that. Also, what I feel here is like the healing of your vulnerability and then you stepping into your vulnerable self and being able to be vulnerable with other people. But for that, there's a radical honesty that is needed because there's a transformation that is taking place. There's a transformation here and you need yourself in this process more than ever. All right, so water signs, this is what I'm seeing for you. I hope it resonated. There are beautiful things and there's a lot of power within you that is getting activated now more than ever. So if this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. You can also share this message. You can subscribe to my channel. You can subscribe to my other channel that is called Evelin Barta, where I share more things about spirituality. If you want to support my work, you can do it on Patreon. And then also, if you want to book a personal reading, you can find information about that down below in the description box because I'm open to readings now. So take care, everybody. Have an amazing December. I'm wishing you all the best and I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye.